for my channel, The Mental Traveler. I'm Caro Herrera, and today I'm going to be reviewing a story called The Golden Ball. I shall be reviewing the book, which is an American classic written by Henry James and published in 1904, and it's two adaptations. I shall be talking about the 1972 BBC series starring Jack Pullman, Gail Honeycutt, Barry Morse, and Jill Townsend, as well as about the 2000 Merchant Ivory movie directed by James Ivory and starring Uma Thurman, Nick Nolte, Kate Beckinsale, and Jeremy Northam, Angelica Houston, and James Fox. Before I begin though, let me just say that this will be a spoiler-free video, so you can sit back and enjoy. I had never heard of this story up until the autumn of 2020, despite the fact that I loved classics ever since I was 14. And I actually don't even remember how I became aware of it. I mean, I've always loved period dramas and I'm a bibliophile who loves, as I said, classics. So of course I knew who Henry James was, but I've never been that interested in reading his novels. I did read and review Washington Square once, years ago, but I didn't even remember that I had done so. So I actually thought that The Golden Ball was my first book by him. But yeah, apparently somehow I think that I became aware of this story because YouTube recommended me the movie I'm now remembering, the 2000 version, and so I saw it, and while I wasn't a big fan of it, I liked it. It's not my favorite Merchant Ivory production either, but I like the plot, so I decided to read the novel, and after I did, I discovered that there was this 1972 version, which is also here on YouTube, the show, and I also saw it as soon as I finished reading the book. Set in the first years of the 20th century in Europe, mainly Italy and England, this is the story of four people whose lives get intermixed in some complicated ways. First of all, we have Prince Amerigo, a poor Italian nobleman, and Charlotte Stant, a beautiful American lady without economical means. The two used to be lovers, and Charlotte still has feelings for the prince, but they decide to break up their relationship because they know they can't marry since neither of them can support the other. Sometime later, the prince becomes engaged to Maggie Verver, a wealthy young American lady who used to be a school friend of Charlotte's. Maggie is also the daughter of Adam Verver, an American billionaire who loves to collect precious things. After spending a lot of time with her, Adam proposes to Charlotte, and she accepts, which means that the former lovers are now married to a father and his daughter. So while this is going on, the former lovers still have feelings for each other. So what will happen? Will they put their feelings aside and dedicate themselves to their spouses? Or will their passion be stronger than anything? Will they get discovered? I won't be telling you the answers to any of these questions. What I will say is that the title of the story makes a reference to a golden ball being sold at a curiosity shop, and which proves to be an important element in the story of all of these people. Okay, so I give the book a 3.5 out of 5 stars review, and both adaptations a 3.5 out of 5 stars review as well. Why? Well, I really like the plot, but when it comes to the novel alone, I'm afraid that I didn't enjoy the author's writing style that much, which is a shame since Henry James is so popular. But I don't know, I just felt that it was telling us rather than showing us things, with a lot of rambling about really long conversations where no real action were taking place. And as to the adaptations, they are enjoyable, but I've seen far better period dramas. But both versions are good, and they both have their strengths and their weaknesses. I think I might prefer the 2000 movie a bit more though, because it was my introduction to the story, but in both cases I really couldn't stand the English actors who portrayed the prince speaking fake Italian accents because they really were over the top with it and just plain ridiculous, so that was a bit distracting. But if I must say what it is that I enjoy the most about The Golden Ball, that would have to be the character of Charlotte and her storyline. I was just really intrigued by the thought of this woman being vulnerable due to her feelings for the prince, and yet so calculating when it came to making her husband believe that she loved him. I really liked the dynamic of the marriage of Charlotte and Adam way more than that of Maggie and the prince. It's as if Charlotte had locked herself up in this golden cage and she was determined to be a masochist and pine away for her former lover. So that was what I really was concentrating on when I was venturing into this story, because I really didn't care about the prince and Maggie, but I did for Adam and Charlotte Verver. If they ever make any adaptation of this story, I think I will watch it, and I might review it. But until they do, I think that is all I have to say about this story. Thank you so much for watching my review of it. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that you liked it. If you would love to talk about the story, its adaptations, the novel, Henry James, anything that's relevant, please do so. And in the description box below, you can find a link to the Goodreads page for the book, as well as links to the IMDb pages for both adaptations. Anyways, I'm Caro Herrera, the Mental Traveler, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I'll be seeing you soon. Take care and goodbye!